Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 702. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up?
All right, so I had Joe's graduation. Got back very late, but we're going to do a podcast anyway. I know I said we probably weren't going to do one tonight. But while that was happening, E3 was happening, and there was a lot of stuff, that we learned today.
I think definitely Sony has won for right now, but I think they might take E3 for this year. For this year, I mean, just because the amount of stuff that they announced and how good everything looks as of right now is just amazing. And I'm not really a big video game person, but even I have to admit that this is some pretty crazy stuff.
Now, I just started watching some stuff, so I'm out of the loop on some things. So as you guys are watching the video, I'm probably learning some stuff, too, from Chris.
Right.
What I did see was Resident Evil 7.
Yes.
Which I've been, as you know, I've been talking on here. I've been dying for that. But it's not exactly what we expected, right?
Well, I mean, to tell you the truth, it looks like it may be returning back to the survival horror aspect. There wasn't much action in this trailer. I know that this was just the first trailer, but I got that vibe from this, where the other trailers for the other games felt more action-packed to me.
Yeah.
This felt more terrifying, and it made me actually feel uneasy, which I thought was great. I was like, oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, me too, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, they're trying to get the creepy, they're trying to scare the crap out of you. It may not necessarily be what we're expecting, like zombies or anything. I don't know if it's a ghost story. I don't know what the hell it is, but it could be that, they're trying to maybe steer away and do different things with Resident Evil franchise. But the graphics look phenomenal.
Yes.
It looked too real to be real. Very spooky. And again, it was just a teaser, right? They really didn't show too much.
Yeah.
But whatever they did show, I'm like, I did see the little creatures,
The slugs,
the slugs. I did see a zombie walk by.
That part really creeped me out.
Yeah.
There were two parts in this trailer that really creeped me out. It was when that zombie walked by, and then at the end of the trailer, there's a guy standing outside what I'm guessing is a main point in the game. It looks like a house. Not a mansion, but a house. And, he's standing by his car, and then there's a window at, the top of the house, and a light turns on, and there's a figure of a person standing in the light. And I was like, dude, that's freaking creepy.
Yeah, I'm very impressed from what I've seen. So again, I'm very happy. Finally, Resident Evil 7, and I think it's going to be better than Resident Evil 6 by far. Another thing that blew me away from what I've seen is there's a new Spider-Man game that we were talking about. I'm like, why can't there be a new Spider-Man game?
Right.
It's not from the movies.
No.
It's not from the comics. It's another reality. The suit actually looks pretty cool.
I love that suit.
I do too, and
beautiful.
I think it's the most beautiful I've ever seen. The white like that, I mean, I think this is going to be amazing. It looks to me like, correct me if I'm wrong, could it be like he's Spider-Man, he's very experienced, but there isn't too much technological stuff going on? It looks like more like thugs with machine guns. And
I think that was just, again, there's just a teaser. I don't think that any of that was was story stuff.
Okay.
I think that might have been just extra stuff. I think we'll see more, obviously, same thing with the Resident Evil 7 trailer. The next one will have story stuff in it.
You imagine if we have a Spider-Man universe where there's no Mary Jane, no Gwen Stacy, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just different villains.
That'd be weird.
That would be weird, but it'd be different. So I'm happy with that.
Well, one thing I wanted to comment on with that Spider-Man trailer, I'm almost 100% sure that the voice actor who did the voice was Yuri Lowenthal. I think that's how you say his name.
Okay.
Very distracting to me because he's the voice actor who does Ben's voice from Ben 10.
Oh.
And it sounds exactly the same.
Wow.
He didn't change it up at all. So I was sitting there like, what the hell? This is kind of weird, but still cool though.
Right. Now, what else did they show, Chris?
God of War 4,
I
which
didn't see
is
that.
something that people are way going over the top for, which I think is fine because God of War is probably the most popular series or one of the most popular series, out there right now. I believe they're also remastering 2 Crash Bandicoot games.
Oh, okay.
They're remastering those. I can't think of anything else. Those are the big things that I remember Sony-wise, anyway.
Right.
Let me see. Looking some stuff up here.
I mean, we'll talk more about Zelda and all the other these different things that are going to be hitting. I guess the whole week we got E3, right? So
Yeah, but I mean, to tell you the truth, I have a funny feeling. Oh, the new Kojima game with Norman Reedus came out. I think it's called Dead Stranded or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is kind of like what happens when you take away one of his games. He just says, you know what, I'm going to make another game with this character.
Oh,
Or
okay.
this actor. It's not. It doesn't seem to be connected to the Silent Hills game, obviously, but
Okay.
it looks interesting. Graphics look unbelievable. I thought like Norman Reedus was actually there,
Wow.
like a game model of him.
Now we also heard about Xbox One having a different controller, right, and a slimmer down model, which we'll have more about that. And did they have anything? Nintendo wasn't today, right? Obviously, it was.
Nintendo wasn't today, and unfortunately, I don't think Nintendo's going to be that great. Honestly, they've said that they're not going to have a lot of stuff.
They're not going to have the NX?
Nope. That's what I'm hearing is you're not going to hear anything about it for a while.
Wow.
You're going to get a lot of Zelda stuff, but other than that...
Yeah, I mean, next year will probably be Nintendo's year, hopefully.
No, they got to start doing something. The big news for me, which I actually just found out a couple of minutes ago, apparently there is a Shin Gojira VR game demo being shown and played, I believe, at E3 right now.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
I saw something about a Batman VR.
Yeah, that's definitely happening. Yeah.
Too. That's a Batman game we were probably talking about. That they should.
No, it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different game. But yeah, apparently this Shin Gojira game is, I guess maybe you get to play as Godzilla or as someone fighting him, like the military or something. So I mean, it's confirmed to be Shin Gojira in the game. So that's pretty cool.
Okay. Wow. So,
other than that.
So I guess that would be our Everything Show E3 edition. So on that note, we'll be done for this segment. So take care. Bye for now.